crafty peeps. I have a beautiful idea, and I cannot wait to show you this idea. I have had these two pieces for a long time. I bought them at the local Goodwill. It's a brass tarnished, you know, ornate frame. It had a broken mirror in it, and of course you can tell this is old. I mean, look at that. This is the back, you know, where you can put a picture or whatever in it. Okay, I bought this piece, and then I bought this. Now, we all know what these are. These are the glass craft boxes that a lot of people use to make look like Christmas presents or something. And I am going to show you step by step on how to make an altered Shabby Chic glass box Angela Holt style. Okay, this is going to be I have a beautiful idea. I've had this idea for a while. I bought this over the summer, and I cannot wait to show you what I'm doing with it. So the video is going to be long, but I will stop in the middle of the videos and give you updates and processes of how I created this box. The first step that you're going to see is how I'm going to use Etch All, the most fabulous etching cream for glass, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to etch the front of this. Okay, so stay tuned for complete steps. If you have any questions, let me know. You can let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. But let's get started. And again, these would make great gifts for this Christmas. So if you see something like this at a yard sale or your Goodwill, snag it. And if you see a fancy frame that you really like, grab it. So because you're really going to want to make this project. Alright, let's get started. Okay, ladies, the first step that I did to prepare my glass block was I cleaned the surface up really well. And when you want to do that before you begin etching with the Etch All etch cream. Okay, now I cut out this beautiful dolly design on my silhouette, and what I love about it's called Etch Max transfer sheet paper. It is available exclusively at Etch All. This stuff is amazing. It runs through the silhouette like butter, and it cuts out beautiful designs like you see here. And you just peel it off slowly when it comes to a design like this. What I done was I started at the edge like this, and then I just peeled it off and laid it as I peeled it off. I wouldn't peel it off in one swoop because you'll never get it set right. Okay, go through and make sure all the edges are pressed down very well. And if you have any imperfections, you know, like little pieces that you need to use, you'll want to purchase the combo swivel set, which is exclusively at Etch All, and it has a wonderful tools for you to be able to get into those little crevices as you see here and cut away or create your own designs using the Etch All Etch Mask transfer sheets. These sheets are, you get 10 in a pack of 9 by 12, so you get 9 inches wide by 12. So on a 12 by 12 mat in your silhouette cameo, they will work beautifully. And you can get a lot on a 9-inch piece, which is really awesome. Okay, now what you're going to do is make sure you press the edges. Now you're going to want to use the little spatula here, and you're going to put your etch all on there. But first, as you can see, I only want to etch the inside square, just the inside. So if you want to etch just those areas, you can use tape to take them off. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. As soon as I find the little, this one thing I hate about tape. Okay, there it goes. I know, it's annoying. We all have those annoying things when we craft. Okay, so where you want the etching cream not to etch, you're going to want to place your tape. Okay? This is important because the etching cream, if you drop a little bit onto your surface, the etching cream will begin to etch within seconds. It is that awesome. I mean, you know, it's that, you can't, it just lends so beautiful designs. I have tried stuff in the past, and I am just astonished at how this is comes out. I mean, it's just beautiful. Now, the only aggravating thing is daggone tape. It wants to be a butt. Okay, you want to press. Now, you can use painter's tape if you want. Go ahead. I didn't get it right where I wanted it. But I don't have any painter's tape, so I'm just using regular box tape here. It will blend the same purpose. Because I don't want these edges etched. Although painter's tape would be easier to see, I would say that, but I'm out, so we have to make do with what we have. Okay, you're going to press one more. Make sure I have that edge where I want it. Okay, just go back through and make sure the edges are pressed. Okay, now when you are working with etch all, you don't want to take it and go bleh, like that. No. You will end up with a cloudy result, and you will not be happy with it. Okay, so what you're going to do, and since this is a smaller surface, I am going to show you what you can do. Let me find my little tray. A little tray. Wherever it went. I hate when I lose stuff. I lose stuff all the damn time. Well, still. Okay, we're just going to use a scrap piece of paper here. Okay? I have scraps. Alright. Now, in this purpose of this, you're going to want to pull the etch all cream to you. Okay, so I'm going to pour some etching cream here. And now remember that your etching cream can be reused. So, don't throw it away, especially on a project like this. Okay, on this surface, I'm going to scoop up some, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to pull the etching cream to my design. Okay? That's what you're going to do. And be very generous with it. Okay? See how I'm doing this? You don't want to press hard. You want to kind of give it some pressure so that you're pulling the etching cream to you. Okay, like that. Turn. And pull. Like that. Pull out some more. There we go. Pull like this. Be very generous with it, because remember, you're going to scrape this off after the 15-minute etching time, passes. Make sure you get your edges. And since you take that off, you don't have any fear of go back through if you want. Make sure you have all of your edges. Like so. Alright. I see that I have everything covered. I have a thick coating on here. And all you have to do is just pick up your etch-all cream and put it back in the container. And after 15 minutes, you're going to scrape off the excess etching cream. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to your sink and begin the process of lifting off the pattern and rinsing off the residue that's left over from the etching cream. And as you can see, the etching cream can be used over and over and over again. This is a project to where you can scrape off the excess and put it back in your container. And as you see, I put every bit of that back in my container, and it will etch for me the next time. Okay, so and I'll be back in 15 minutes and show you the results. Okay, ladies, I'm back, and as you can see, it etched beautifully. Look, 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 look. Look how beautiful that etched. I'm telling you, ladies, this is the best product on the market. There are imitations out there, but you're not going to get these types of results with those. This is the #1 product, and this is the 80th year, and so, 80 years, I think they know what they're doing, and they have gotten beautiful, beautiful results just like this, as you see here. And as you can see, by taking the etch-all and pulling it to your design, you do not get any cloudiness or spotches or anything like that. You get a beautiful etched surface, And the design with the paper, oh, just turned out gorgeous. So I want to show you this with it lit up. Hang on. See? Isn't that beautiful? I can't wait to finish this project. So remember, get your squeegee. This is a mini squeegee. And remember to bring the etch-all to your design to get the best results. And you can order your product at etchall.com, www.etchall.com. And don't forget to grab the etching paper and your tool set so that you can do this same project with me. And it's the Etch Mask Transfer Sheet paper. Okay, so now, since my project came out so beautiful, I am going to show you what I am going to do with this. Now, while this was etching, I took that metal frame and I painted it with gesso. And as you can see, it turned out beautiful. It looks like a very shabby chic ornate frame. I just done the edges on the back and then on the front. Okay. Now I used gesso, so you'll definitely want to use gesso. Now, the purpose of the box and this is that I am going to glue this to on the top of the box here like this. Let me move my camera. Okay, I'm going to glue it just like this. Okay, I'm going to print out a picture of my daughter. I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm going to create a stand because this frame was intended to be hung and it didn't have a stand on it. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to create a stand. And I am going to put it right here, and then we're going to build a beautiful arrangement of flowers and decor, and this will be a lidded box. Okay, so watch me as I do these steps, and I will stop intermediately to go over what I have done. Okay. Thank you. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, ladies, I'm back. This is a picture I printed off on my printer of my beautiful daughter. She's growing up on me so quick. Okay, so now this is the frame. Now I'm going to show you a trick that I do to make sure that I have it correct. Now, with this frame, it has a lip right here, okay? And I want, I have sit here and spanned it out, and there is no way me sticking a pin under here and making a line, okay? There's just no way of doing it. Okay, so what I do is I take a darker color ink, and I just ink the lip, just where it's going to touch the paper, okay? I get it, really well. I get it on there really good, like that. Then I flip this over. I get it positioned where I want it. And I press. Just like this. Okay. Just make sure you press in here. Okay, then you're going to lift, and now you have that registration mark all around there to show you where you want to cut. As you can see here, maybe you can see it. See the registration mark. Okay. So, and if it has not cut if it did not stamp in certain areas, you can go back and stamp, but I'm going to start off And I'm just going to cut it a hair bigger than what my registration mark is to allow me to have room for trimming if need be. Okay, now I'm going to go back over, okay, and I'll make another registration mark. Make sure you get this on there really well. Okay, I'm sorry, but you need to try to get it right back the way you had it. Just press, 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 press. Alright, so now I know where I need to trim to fit inside the frame. Okay, now we're going to lay this in there, make sure. That's why I left it, you know, a little bit bigger. Because some of this is not going to be seen. Okay. Okay. This part takes a little bit of caressing and time. You know, so even though you make the registration mark, sometimes you still have to make changes just to fit it in there, because it is, the registration mark is a little bit bigger than the actual photo. So, and right there, that's where I need to trim. It's a guideline. Now you can use the back of the piece if you want. But sometimes your frames that you get at the dollar store or wherever is not, they don't always have a good back on them. Okay, I need to trim off just a little bit more here on the edge. And some here on the bottom. Because sometimes the frames that you get at the Goodwill, they don't have the backs to them, or the backs when you do take it apart. There we go. When you do take it apart, they break apart like this one has, because they're made of like a particle board or something, and the edges are not precise. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this into the frame base here. Just add some hot glue. Okay. Give it a firm press. Like so. And there you go. If you see the areas where it's lifted, just put the glue down. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. If you have spider webs, rule of thumb, take your heat gun and just go over them and they'll disappear. Okay. That's beautiful. Okay. Now for the back, and I want to lay this on a piece of paper so I don't get nothing on the photo. For the back, I'm going to return this piece into there. And I'm just going to press it in there because I want to be able to later be able to remove this and put another photo. So I'm not, it's pretty sturdy as it is. It's not going to, it fits in there very well. Okay. The next thing is to make a simple stand. And I did this with a piece of cardstock. I bent it down at 1 inch. This is exactly, for this photo, it's 7 inches long, and I bent it at 1 1/4 inches right here. And this part here is what's going to be glued to here. Now, what you want to do is get your box, your lid box back out, and you're going to measure where you want to put this. Okay? And I'm going to make a mark. I'm going to hold it here. And I'm going to make a mark right where this needs to be. Okay? Then you're going to take and glue right here with hot glue. Okay, make sure you get it lined up like you have it. Give it a press. Okay, and then now it sets up like that. See? Okay, now you're going to get your glass back out. Right here, and I'm going to turn it facing me because I want to position this photo correctly. Okay, and then you're going to glue it down like this. And you can make adjustments if you need to, but that's exactly the way it's going to set. Okay? Alright, I'll be back with this glued on. I'm going to use some E6000 and some hot glue to glue it to this area. Okay, thanks. Okay, before I put the frame on, I wanted to cover the, you know, not so appealing edge here. Okay, this lace I'm using is a basket weave lace. This lace is available in my store. The link is down below for you to order. I'm selling it by the yard, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I thought it would be perfect for this type of application. Okay, so what you're going to do is always start, like this is the back because this is where the wire is coming out. So what you're going to do is you're going to start your seams in the back here. Okay? So I'm just going to put a bead of glue right here. Okay, and then you're just going to continue around. I'm sorry for that. My daughter's in the living room watching something. Okay, you're going to continue around till you have it completely covered. And I'm just putting beads of glue along the edge here, like that. Okay, there we go. Flip it on around. Right, and then you're going to do the same thing here. Go onto the lace and attach. Perfect. Alright, so now you have the edge covered. Now I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to use this beautiful lace here. I call this the tulip lace. It is in the October Shabby Chic kit that you subscribe to. It was in this kit. So everyone got a piece of that. And I'm going to put it along the edge as well. So you're going to start at the back again with your seam, and you're just going to run a bead of glue like this. Okay. It's a very delicate lace. I really, really like this lace. It's very pretty. And it lays beautifully. Like that. Give it a turn. There we go. Alright. And give it a turn. We get another glue stick. And there you go. Just tap it, and then you're going to snip off the excess here, like that. Okay? just give it a press. Now, I want to add some pearl beading along the edges here. And I got this beautiful beading in. This is going to be a next month's kit. You'll want to purchase it. This is going to be a next month's kit. And look at this. It's just stunning. It's beautiful. Look here, look here, look here. Is it not gorgeous? Oh, look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, I love it so much you're going to have it in your next month's kit. Alright. Now, alright, now I see an imperfection in this trim. Now, you can't get away with all imperfections in trims. I don't care. There's always going to be one when they're manufactured. So, I am going to start, I snip that piece off, and I'm going to start right here at the top edge on the glass, like this. Again, starting at the back where my seam is. And press. Okay. I'm definitely making this Shabby Chic because that's my favorite. Okay. You're going to stretch it and press like that. Don't worry about the glue webs at the moment. Remember, you can take your your heat tool and get rid of them. Okay. All right. With a press like that. Now, here is where you're going to make a junction to make it look seamless of where you started. Okay, so now snip off the imperfection. Okay, and we're just going to pick up right where we left off. And what I'm going to do is snip that off. I'm going to do this in sections so that I can get it started. And they are watching scary stuff online. You gotta love your kids. I have a door on my scrap room, but obviously you can still hear things. Okay, now you're going to wrap it back around and you're going to snip off right there. Okay, love this stuff. Definitely going to be ordering more. Alright, and we're going to lay that right in there, like so. Now, isn't that beautiful? Oh, that is absolutely stunning. I love it. I love, love, love it. Now, I've got to do something along the bottom, so I can add more of that trim, but I don't want to. I'm just going to add a beautiful pearl trim. A very dainty pearl trim. It doesn't need to be fancy or overwhelming. So, I'm definitely going to be adding this. just along the bottom there. Remember, start at the back with your seam. Okay. And I'm just going to press that in like that. Bring it over. Kind of pull it taut as you're laying this down. There we go. Oop. Don't get glue blocks. There we go. Just give it a firm press. Go back around. This would be absolutely stunning for a wedding, like the photo for the bride and groom, like their engagement photo. This would be beautiful to commemorate a lost loved one. Great idea for Christmas. Okay, now you're going to snip that off. There we go. Now, like I said, go back around with your heat gun so that you can get all of the glue webs off if there are any. Okay. All right. So, there we have it. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? And we used 1, 2, 3, 4. So this trim up here is going to be in next month's November's Shabby Chic kit, so you'll want to subscribe. This one was in October's Shabby Chic kit. This trim here you could purchase in my store, and this trim here is just something I had on hand. So you can see how you can take the trims that I offer to you in kits and in the store and layer them to make beautiful, beautiful creations. So now it's time to glue the picture frame on. Now, one thing I noticed, since this fabric here and the laces are an off-white, and this is a very stark white, what I'm going to do is I am going to paint and do some edging and some little details. I'm going to add some pearl trim around the perimeter, the same pearl trim that I used on the piece. I'm also going to use a cream colored paint. This is just some Crafter's acrylic paint, and it's called Light Antique White, and it's the same color as the pearls. So I know I should have done this before I put the photo in, but you know me, we make last minute decisions, and that's what Crafter's is all about. Okay, so I'm just going to brush this on. Now, I am not going to completely cover it. I want to just hit the high marks, leave the white background, and I'm just going to hit just the high points of the frame. I'm just using a regular brush. And all this is doing here is just making it not so stark white, that gesso lens when you paint. Definitely when painting on metal, you know you're going to go shabby chic with it. you definitely need to put that coat of gesso on, so that any application, a spray, an ink, or anything has a bite to it, so that it can stay on the project. Okay? And I'm just going to run the brush over the roped edge here. I'm really excited about this project, and I wanted to hurry up and get it showed to you so that you can create them for your holidays as gifts, because I think they're absolutely stunning. They offer a bit of ambiance in a room because of the lighted area. You have a beautiful etched glass area, and then you have your focal point of a picture. So I'm going to hit this with a heat gun and dry it. Alright, now, because I want to be able to change this photo out, I am going to take the pearl trim and I'm going to put it on the other side of the roped frame here. Okay, so, and I'm going to start at the bottom, because the bottom can be covered with floral design, and that's where you would want to start your seams at if you plan on doing more embellishing. And I'm just running a thin bead of glue. Be very patient with this process, because you don't want to have wonky pearl edging. Okay. Right. Do this in sections and turn your project as you do it. It makes it easier to control. Again, don't worry about the spider webs, the glue webs, because they can be taken away with your hot glue gun, your heat gun. Okay, so okay. Alright, now you're just going to snip this off, like so. And, see? Isn't that beautiful? Now, for the top here, I want to add a beautiful piece of bling. I always have to add some bling. That is just my forte. And I have some choices here. I plan on bringing my bling back. It's just at the moment I am sold out. Let's see. Yes, I think I'm going to do that. See? Isn't that beautiful? Just stunning. Alright. I'm just going to glue it down like that. And glue this one down right there. There you go. Beautiful. Alright, simple touch, easy peasy, ready to go. Now, on the back here, remember we made our base, and I'm not gluing that in because I want to be able to change the picture out as she gets older. Okay, and once you glue this onto the glass, you can take some undo and undo the back. Just lift it off here if you want to change the photo out. See, and it just falls right out like that. Okay, I might have to add just a little adhesive, I don't know. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little because this is a printable picture and I can always change it if I want. I don't know if I ever will. I really don't. We always want to commemorate, keep the photos we have of our children. And I know I'll probably be making more of these. So, they're new. Alright. So now we have our photo, and I want you to be able to see the beautiful etched glass. So, first thing, I'm going to turn this around where you can see. Oops. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to put a bead of glue. Let me get a glue stick. I'll tell you one thing, you go through the glue sticks, let me tell you, I sure do. Now, I'm putting this on rather heavy. Like that. Okay? Let it cool and set, as you can see there. Now on the front here, I'm just going to lift this and I'm going to put 2 drops of glue here for stability purposes. Like that. There we go. Now all you have to do now is decorate the frame and whatever else you want to put on here, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be right back. I'm going to gather some supplies and some flowers that I've made, and I'm going to start decorating. Okay, ladies, I finished the project. As you can see, I went ahead and added some beaded pearl along the edge here, and then I added these real pretty floral rose acrylic pieces. In this piece here, I used a lot of creams and ivories and whites. I wanted to keep it a neutral base so that when I want to change the picture out, the picture can be, you know, be the focal point. So I used various silk flowers. I used some crystal wheat sprays. I really love the look of these, so I will be adding those in the kits. And these are vintage brooches that I had, and I made these flowers here. I hand dyed these flowers by just embossing them with an it's called the vintage, it's like a vintage embossing powder. And these are wedding dress appliques that I had. I have one here, and then I have one cascading down over here. Marabou feather, a cameo. This is a piece of my bling, and yes, I've sold out of bling, and I'm going to be bringing it back, but not right now. But if you do have a piece, that's the piece that I used. I used some pearl sprays. I used a stick pin that I made here. More marabou feather. And I just made a beautiful arrangement on here. And again, this trim here, this beaded trim, is going to be in the kits next month. This trim here is in the October kit. And the basket weave trim can be purchased in my store. And all the links to everything is going to be in the description box down below. And don't forget, the piece de resistance is the etched glass, which looks like an doily. Now I'm going to light this up, and on the back here, this is intended to set in a corner so that the back will not be seen as much. Okay, and I'm going to light this up. I'm going to turn my light differently. I'm going to cut this one off. See if you can see it. Let's see. Alright. Let's see how this is going to... Now, see how beautiful that illuminates? It shines through the feathers and all of the flowers, and it's so beautiful. And you can really see and appreciate the glass etching using none other than the most fabulous product, Etch All Etching Cream, which can be found at www.etchall.com. All of these links I've mentioned will be in the description box down below. So, what are we going to do? We're going to yard sale find us a block. We're going to clean it up. We're going to get us some etch all, and we're going to etch a beautiful design on here, and we're going to create a beautiful piece as this one. And I hope this inspires you to create some Christmas gifts this year and everything. And again, I found the frame and the block at my local Goodwill, so go scope them out, girlfriends. So until next time, thank you.